Hello, boys and girls. Mr. Anderson here, and for our video this week, we're going to combine a couple different things that we've done kind of before, but we're going to revisit them. And I'm going to show you how to use some everyday items to practice your skills, whether it be your jumping, your 2-foot jumps, your 1-foot jumps, and also we're going to do some shooting or tossing practice with some paper. So all you need, boys and girls, for today's video is 4 sheets of paper. You could have more, you could have maybe 3, you could have less, but the more paper you have, the more that we can practice our skills. So try your best to have 4 sheets of paper, and also you're going to need a bucket, or you could even use a hat, you could use a box, you could use something that you can toss your paper into, because we're going to do some foot skills. And then after our foot skills, we're going to take our paper and crumple them up in a ball and practice our tossing overhand and our underhand toss. So you need a bucket, or you could use a baseball cap. That works perfect too. You could use an empty box. You could use a lot of different things as long as you can toss something into it. So we're going to use our paper as our setup for our footwork. And then after, we're going to use that paper to toss and throw our objects into. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to set up our paper kind of in a row, but we're going to space out our paper in between maybe a foot so that we have enough space to jump in between. So, boys and girls, we're going to practice our 2-foot jumps. We're going to practice our 1-foot jumps. So left leg, right leg, and then we're going to use our paper to do some shooting and tossing. So I'm going to have my paper set up. So it should be set up on your ground about maybe a foot or 2 apart. So first of all, you're going to do 2-foot jumps all the way down and then walk on back and do it again. So you're going to walk on down and 2-foot, 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 2-foot jumps, walk back and 2-foot, 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 2-foot jumps. So first thing you do is the 2-foot jumps, boys and girls. So, but remember, whenever we are jumping, we want to keep our legs nice and bent. We don't want to jump with our legs really, really straight because we want to protect our knees. So when you're jumping, boys and girls, make sure that you have your knees bent when you jump and when you land. So make sure you are keeping your legs bent to protect your knees. So you have joints, you have tendons, you have ligaments in your knees, you have things that help your knee to move and work the best it can, and we want to keep those things nice and healthy. So our next movement is going to be, you're just going to hop on one of your feet. So you can pick your left foot first or your right foot first. So pick whichever one that you want to jump with. So I'm going to start with my right foot. So watch me, please. And we're going to jump with my right foot. So bring my leg up and walk on back. And up, 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 and land. So I just did my right foot. So now I'm going to switch to using my left foot. So do your best, boys and girls, to take it slow, take it easy. Don't try and go too fast unless you feel comfortable going that quick. Want to make sure you are being safe and also performing the skill at your best. So I'm going to switch to my left foot now. So, and left foot up. And walk on back, and our left foot, and left foot. So again, with our spots, have our paper spread out about a foot in between so that you can have enough space to jump in between your paper. So practice your 2-foot jumps, practice your 1-foot jumps. So left foot, right foot, and both feet. So do those about 3 or 4 times through, or if you want to keep going, try to do as many as you can and get a real nice good workout, because whenever we use our legs to jump and move like that, we get our bodies really warmed up nice and quick. So make sure that you are also giving yourself enough time to rest in between to maybe get some water or just let yourself calm down. So try your 2-foot jumps, 1-foot jumps, use those papers, use those cards, whatever you're using to jump over, you can also use those as your tossing objects. So give that a try, boys and girls. Either pause the video or revisit my video after you're done kind of doing your exercises. So We're going to move into our paper toss now, boys and girls. So, boys and girls, again, you could use a baseball cap, you could use a garbage bin or garbage, you could use a small box, whatever things that you have around your house, you can definitely use to make this work. So, you're going to crumple up your papers. So, I have a couple here already that I have crumpled up. So, you can have 3, 4, 5 crumples of paper. If you also have a small ball at home, you could use that to toss into your object. But for right now, you could use your paper as your object to toss into. So I'm going to grab a couple of my sheets, a couple of my papers, and I'm going to find a spot to set down my bin. Okay, so boys and girls, I got my papers. I got my papers I'm going to use. So remember, we can practice our overhand toss or our underhand throw. So either one, try practicing maybe 5, 10 in a row of your underhand, and then go to overhand. So boys and girls, I got my bin set down on my carpet, on my spot here, and I'm going to find a spot that I feel like I can be successful. So I may start this close, and then I may back up farther, and also have my hat right there if I want to try and make it more challenging. So you can find whatever space you want, and you can make it work from there. So try to find a spot that you have enough space to set up for your shooting. So try and find enough space, a spot that you can set up to shoot and practice. So please practice your footwork. Please practice your underhand toss and overhand toss using a bin or object or basket. But be careful, be safe, practice the best you can. If you want to have more squares, you can make a longer kind of zone of where you are doing your hops and jumps. But as always, be safe, be careful with your knees. Make sure you bend your knees and always allow yourself to have some rest in between if you need it. So have a great time, boys and girls. Do your best and have fun doing it. So thank you, boys and girls. Try your best. I'll see you again another time. Thank you, boys and girls.